it's bad enough to be registering them and making them, getting ready to turn the stuff in. But what's even worse is the fact that out of the gates, they're bullying them and threatening them with the law when they do so many great services. But just go ahead.
You're very correct. By the way, I'm the one that called in last week and advised you not to get waterboarded, so I know what's going on. I just made an urgent call to my commander of my VFW and requested to speak at the next VFW meeting, and I would like to challenge all VFW members to do some research, get all this stuff together, and inform their other members. That's the only way that we're going to get this stopped. We all know what's going on, especially the people that listen to your program.
Now, you're a former Marine. You called from Vietnam and then a retired police officer. You heard me break down how this is treating them like they're criminals out of the gates to get them all scared. I bet $1 million. Next, it's going to be, we want to get you to serve us now.
Correct. They've already tried that. That's why I was an officer in the Marine Corps League, and I was on the Honor Guard. When they sent the National Guard to Iraq, they're the ones that does military funerals in Missouri, and we filled in. I did 280 funerals in 1 year.
And you get treated like a piece of filth and threatened by the BATF.
Correct. And then I got ostracized from Marine Corps League and the VFW for speaking out 3 and 4 years ago about the same things that you talk about every day.
But I bet they're not laughing at you now.
No, they're not, and I'm getting ready to jump in big, and I'm going to get some things done. Might not help, but at least I'm going to try to get the fellow veterans, the ones, especially the VFW members, the ones that risk their life, to stand up one more time.
Well, it's a shame that we would be suckered, the American people, into wars that were questionable, and then when the tyranny is here, this is the time. I mean, if people ever wanted a chance to fight for America by speaking out at least, this is it. I mean, this is the real deal. This is D-Day. This is Red Dawn. This is happening, my friend.
A former Marine friend of mine 3 years ago had come home from Vietnam, never had been a problem, worked in one place all his life, and he finally had a nervous breakdown from PTSD after 40 years. And he couldn't work anymore. He got his 100% disability, and about 2 weeks after he got it, the BATF pulled up in front of his house and took every gun he had, and that just helped break him a little bit more.
And by the way, there's no law to do that. It's felonies under the 68 Gun Control Act, but they're now giving people a fake jurisdiction. That's like they force shots on you. There's no law. They take your kids without a proper court order, and they come and take vets' guns every day. I see it in the news when there's not a law for a psychological made-up issue.
Correct.
Oh, God. Well, I mean, look, it's coming to a head. They have decided to turn all the young cops and military and the gang members and the illegal aliens they're hiring for the military loose against the veterans. And they plan to have both sides kill each other and then bring in the I-4 after everything breaks down. And I'm telling you, folks, they're planning Reconstruction-style occupation in the United States.
Yes, they are, but what they don't understand is it's going to be really bloody, and there might not be anything left if they do that.
Well, I mean, it's not talk, though. Americans are always like this. We put up and put up, but when the sleeping giant gets up... That's
right.
I mean, it's... I tell you, I'm not looking forward.
Some captured SS officers was questioned in World War II. By the way, my family goes all the way back to the Civil War, serving this country. So we are all patriots. But they asked this SS officers what they was afraid of most in the United States military, and they said, a mad American. They said if we had a big battle and we annihilated a unit, we didn't want to fight the next ones coming up because they was mad and they was ruthless. So the powers that be, and I'm sure they're listening to this show, they better take heed.
We have to know who the enemy is. It's Bernanke, it's the Rothschilds, it's the Rockefellers, it's Geithner. When we get this country back, they're all going to get a fair trial. And folks, I'm risking my life doing this. They're watching me right now. We're going to take them on, and a lot of us are going to have to give our lives in this fight. But in the end, we are going to kick their butt. God bless you, sir. Good to hear from you. More vets coming up. Got to basically register their guns and turn them in to the feds. That's the new freedom. Stay with us.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator this summer. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded, especially with the high-demand summer months ahead. Number 4, the hurricane and dangerous summer storm season is here again. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, a longtime sponsor of ours. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun yet, so go to mysolarbackup.com or call toll-free 877-327-0365. Hello, friends. This is Alex Jones. I've told you for a long time it's important to be self-sufficient, and today that's more important than ever. We need to be independent, and food and water is the key. You'll never have to stand in a bread line if you have your own bread. You'll never have to go to the Superdome and beg for FEMA to take care of your family in any emergency if you simply prepare. No one is going to take care of your family in the final equation but you. You know eFoodsDirect.com is still able to ship storable food that's safe from E. coli, salmonella, genetic alteration, or Chinese imports, and they do it at almost half the cost of last year's grocery prices. Call 1-800-409-5633 or on the web, go to eFoodsDirect.com. Visit eFoodsDirect.com and look over the fine list of high-quality, freeze-dried, and dehydrated foods they have to offer. Watch the free videos, look at their online catalog, or give them a call at 1-800-409-5633. Again, 800-409-5633 or on the web at eFoodsDirect.com. Take action today. The first step is getting storable food.
Surrounded by harmful indoor air that can easily deliver many harmful toxins straight into our bodies. Take a deep breath. Can you actually feel the airborne influenza, viruses, mold, bacteria, and dangerous ozone entering your lungs? Have a glass of water. Can you taste the harmful chlorine, fluoride, lead, pharmaceutical drugs, and numerous other chemicals? Of course you can't. The air that you breathe and the water you drink should help maintain good health, not take away from it. AirandAqua.com knows exactly what doesn't belong in our air and water, and they know exactly how to help you rid your home or office of these toxins. AirandAqua.com carries whole house air and water purification systems, air conditioners, shower head filters, water testing kits, atmospheric water generators, humidifiers, dehumidifiers, and much more. To learn more and see the products that will change the way you look at our air and water, please visit AirandAqua.com. That's AirandAqua.com. Purify your life today.
Way up north, to Alaska. Way up north, to Alaska. North to Alaska. Go north for precious home.
Ron Paul's coming up. Calling us from the floor of the House. Your calls as well. Government demands inventory of all VFW weapons. Threatens, that should be the headline, threatens veterans with arrest if they don't report 100-year-old plus cannons that were given to them by the government. They're trying a lawyer trick now because the last 15, 20 years they've been having them sign forms to get this stuff they give to them and push on them. You know, they ask the veterans, oh, come do all these funerals, you know, for dying vets, do these ceremonies, and here, you know, we'll give you the M1s to shoot the blanks, and we'll give you the uniforms and things. And now they're saying, we're going to send the BATF after you if you don't keep a record of all that. And they've also announced, until Congress got upset, Obama said no more brass left over from the military for reloading could be sold to big companies. And they're introduced all these bills to totally end the Second Amendment as we know it. This is all happening. This is all real. And it's just going to incrementally continue. But even though it's incremental, the incrementalism is accelerating now. It is intensifying now. It is expanding now. And the question is, as a society, what are we going to do about this? We have private outside banks that are having their way with the people. And as soon as Ron Paul gets on with us, that's what we're going to discuss, is the bill that he's introduced that's now got over 200 sponsors. Bill to Audit Federal Reserve now has 207 co-sponsors. New names being added every day, momentum building for Ron Paul and the American people. Identifying the outside criminal organization, the private bankers that have engineered the collapse, that have taken over our society. This is the New World Order. We have their minutes. We have their documents. We have it all. We understand what they're doing and what they're setting up and what they are creating. Bill to Audit Federal Reserve now has 207 co-sponsors. New names being added every day. Momentum building for the American people.